Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to talk about what else? Money making, economic life vest. Do you have yours? Investments are going to be mandatory. Is there safety? Yes, there is, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, I know you're asking what's up with the glasses. We're going to talk about that shortly. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Tifosi Optics, check. Stop struggling now, gear, check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, I want to thank you so much for being here. The reason why I'm wearing glasses tonight is because every 2 years you should go get your eyes checked out. And I had it dilated earlier today, much earlier today, but the lights and everything seems to be a blur. So, anyhow, that's what's happening. And also, sadly, as I get older, it appears I'm going to need some glasses now. That's right. I have to get some glasses. It's all right. It's okay. I guess it happens with age. But nonetheless, this is part of your health, making sure everything is fine. And eyes are souls to the window of your soul. So keep this in mind. Now, please share the videos, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know who's out here looking for that economic life vest. And that also goes with our freedom papers. That also goes with creating wealth. That way, you can stay ahead of the inflation game. So we'll get into that and much, much more. But before we get into it much further, smash the like button, share the videos. Like I said, everybody on podcast, thank you so much for listening. Everybody here in the house, let me see who's here first. It looks like Eddie Brown is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And Eddie Brown has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for that. I humbly appreciate it. Very happy to see you here in the chat room. And Eddie Brown says, hello, all. And I would have to say, I haven't seen Eddie Brown in the chat room that often. So thank you so much for that, being here on the live streams. And let me know if you guys saw the videos and the trailer. Saw the trailer and got notification from YouTube. Professor Auntie Val is here. That's right. She's in the house. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon as well. She brings her tagline this evening. Good evening, fam. She shows it with the heart, with the strength, and the support. And you would think it's a cup of coffee, but in this case, it's a cup of beachfront Java that she has. And then she says, no notification for me today. Oh, that's not good. That's how it works out here in these YouTube streets. They just don't like telling everybody, because you guys, here's the key. You get to learn and get information here that nobody's charging you for. It's straight up. You need to use your money to buy assets, to buy businesses, to go and make sure you can turn it into making money for you. And since I have to talk about making money, part of making money is starting your own business. So our own Professor Auntie Val has her own business. She just came out with it, Beachfront Java, as I mentioned. And so what I put in the chat room for everybody to see, because we got to show some love and some support for our entrepreneurs in the house and for our SSN Nation members, go to Beachfront Java. Why would you go to Beachfront Java? First things first, we have to show support. Second things second, coffee. Third things third, premium blend beans from all over the best regions of the world, including Central America, South America, Peru, Honduras, African beans, Indonesian beans as well. So we have a lot of great beans that she's using. Now, if you don't just want whole beans, don't worry. She has the fine ground and drip ground for all y'all espresso lovers. Fine ground is in the house. Drip ground. And for all the ones that have the new Keurig type coffee makers, she has that for you as well. 1 pound, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, half-pound bags, depending on which one you want. But you want to know what the best thing is? After your first order, you use promo code SSN Lifestyle on your first order. After that order, you get 10% off for life. This is limited time, ladies and gentlemen, but prices start at roughly $19, $20 and up. And some of these have, well, my favorite is the one that has the hints of chocolate. I love it. Some others would like the cinnamon. Some others like regular coffee, and others like the other notes, caramel, things like that. She has it, ladies and gentlemen. So go show some love with Professor Auntie at beachfrontjava.com. All right. That's a little support, Eddie Brown. Good evening, fam. He brings a tagline with him as well. He said, hello, all. Then he said, good evening, fam. Good evening to you, Eddie Brown. Again, I'm happy to see you with that icon next to your name. And in case people don't know why, I get a little excited because members with the icon, they help financially with the channel. Beyond subscriber. Victor Marrero is here. Another investor's in the house. Welcome to the SS Nation Money Make Monday live stream. He too has the icon. He too has his tagline. And he says, hello, all. Let's do this as he counts down the days to retirement. Gotta give it to Victor Marrero, handling business right along the life journey's path. So we'll get into that shortly as well, because in order to have that economic life vest, you're going to have to do some of the things that Mr. Victor Marrero has done. And I illustrate that because he's been here for a few years and we know his journey, and he's shared with us some things that he's done, which is actually a great playbook. Get some real estate, rent it out, have a job, retire from your job. If you can, retire from two. Not bad ideas, right? And now going to retire and then say, hey, I want to get that drone thing going up in the air. Maybe I'll start doing something on YouTube, social media, why not? I love it. Travel around the world because he has passive income coming in. So that helps out with the retirement monies. That helps out with the passive income that you're going to need. And now he's going to start possibly a third once he does the drone. And he's doing some other things, which we won't get into tonight, but we will because it has to do with options. Jaway J's in the house. Another investor is here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name. Hello, SSN Nation. Hello to you. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. And just for everybody else, Charles is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he too has the icon next to his name. And he's right. He says it. I smell money in here, and he is money himself. That's right. He's the epitome of emerging millionaire that's in the house. He went and did the damn thing. He says, I'm going to just go buy me some real estate properties, and I'm going to buy them in the hottest spot in the Caribbean, where I'm going to have a lot of tourists coming, and all I need to do is have roughly 60% and make 6 figures a year, 60% rental, 6 figures a year. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? He can do 50% occupancy rate and still do 6 figures a year. That's how exciting it is. Why? Because he bought in the right locations, because remember, location matters. And number 2 on the SSN Nation list, amenities. That gives you an edge. So thank you so much for being here, Charles. I appreciate it. Auntie Val, showing nothing but love. You know that. Here we go. Eric, when I was in Punta Cana on Friday, here we go. I was told that if you are in Primavera 3, you will not be allowed to use amenities in 4. This came straight from Yakiris and Jeremiah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for bringing this up. This is some new information because the developers were on and said you could actually go to 3, 4, and luxury. You would be able to go use those things. And I hate to say it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it that I'm hearing this. And he said he heard it directly from Yakiris and Jeremiah. That is not good news for me. But then again, that's not good news for everybody that owns in Primavera 3 and Primavera Luxury either. Because, well, he said Primavera 3. What about Primavera Luxury? I'm assuming if you can't do 3 and go to 4, that means Luxury can't go to 4 either. That's not a good thing to hear. But thank you so much for that. We're going to have a little chat with these guys because, hey, in fact, plan on seeing them in Punta Cana November 6th through the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. November 6th through the 8th, you can come join me, Nestor, Gwen, Mr. Estacio. Jeremiah's going to be there as well. And Johan's going to be there. Another lawyer's going to be there. And we're going to be going out to check out some of these developments all over the place for the 2 days. We're going to have a little speakers as well. So it's going to be very, very cool. $199 for individuals to attend. The link, in fact, let me see if I have the link here. I know I have a link here somewhere in case you want to come go over and join. Now, here's the thing. There's benefits for SSN Lifestyle members. Here's some of the benefits I'll tell you right now. If you're an SSN Lifestyle Founders Club member, you don't have to pay to get in any event that's SSN Lifestyle, SSN Nation coordinated. That's it right there. And then if you are an SSN Lifestyle member, but you're not a Founders Club member, then you get a small discount depending on the level that you are. All right. I had to say it, but that's what's going on. In fact, some people may not understand still what's happening. But again, Jaway J, thank you for that information. I greatly appreciate that because that was one of their selling points, as you know. And now, if you don't have anything in Primavera 3 or Primavera Luxury, which you do, I mean, there's a fitness center and a pool, but there better be more in Primavera Luxury. That's all I know. Primavera 3, I don't know what they have in there. I haven't really looked at the master plan since the last year. So we'll see. Vanessa Kamagate, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, which she is all about. And she has the icon next to her name because she's known as a seamless genius. And some would say, why? Because she seamlessly figures out how to make passive income from simple ideas that aren't so simple. But after she figures it out, it's simple. And so that's why she's doing the Airbnb of malls, which is one awesome adventure that she has started. And she's bringing her tagline. Hey, boss and SSN fam, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Very, very happy to see you once again. Professor Auntie Val, she's giving some love. What's good, sis? Exactly. All right, here we go. Let's see, boss, you look like you ready for vacay. Yes, Vanessa Kamagate. I had to break this out today. I got dilated pupils from going to the eye doctor. And so everything is so bright that I can't see when I don't have them on. I had on the other ones up until recently. So this light that's coming in is making everything wild. So I had to wear something. And as you guys know, Tifosi Optics, check. And by the way, I could have changed these lenses. I should give Tifosi Optics more love. I could change the lens. I just like the red tint, but I had smoked, but I didn't have the dark in these lenses. I have some other type color, but it's not dark enough. So I was like, I'll just leave these on. But that's why I'm wearing these tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I normally wouldn't be wearing these other than that time on a Friday night when I was showing Deion Sanders some love for wearing the glasses in the interviews and on TV. But nonetheless, this time I'm wearing them for personal reasons. It's too bright. I can barely see the screen. So when you see me squint going like this, I'm like, hold up. I can barely read what's written, but the show must go on. So I wanted to protect my eyes a little bit because I damn sure had to wear something. I could wear the ones they gave me that's big and huge like that. But I said, no, let me go a little more stylish. All right, Georges Charles. Yeah, numbers don't lie. Exactly, Georges Charles. And by the way, did anybody see the Dominican Republic Weekly episode 5? Did you guys see how many more luxury hotels are coming to the island? Oh my goodness, you guys. This is real estate. This is economic life vest. This is where your life vest is, regardless of what's happening in America. Listen here. There's people on YouTube all over the place, even me included, who's been saying housing prices should have already dropped 30, 40, 50, 60%, but it hasn't happened. Not across the board. In certain areas, yes, it's happened, but who cares about 2 cities or 3 cities? We're talking about this should have happened in states, not just 2 or 3 cities. This should have happened in states. If stuff was 500,000, they should be 275, 300,000 right now, but they're not. So people are saying there's going to be a housing crash. They keep saying it. I can't blame them because, interest rate is 8%, 7.7, whatever the case may be. That's a lot of money. $800 for every $100,000 you borrowed. That's going to be your mortgage. 500,000 means a $4,000 mortgage note. That doesn't even include insurance and property taxes or anything. So numbers don't lie is right. So getting back to the numbers don't lie. The numbers are all-time record highs in Dominican Republic. That's where we are going to get property. But so is Hyatt, Ritz, Carlton's. All these big-time guys are putting luxury hotels on the island. There's 5 new ones on the island that I went over in Dominican Republic weekly. That didn't even include the Hyatt that's going to be at Macau, Michi's. Didn't even include those. Didn't even include the Sandals. Didn't include. There's like freaking 20 hotel, 5-star hotels coming. It didn't include the 2 at Larimar. I mean, this is getting out of control. $400 million Hyatt is spending. $300 million Sonesta is spending to build the 2 hotels at Larimar. You guys understand this is billions of dollars coming into the Dominican Republic. If you're going to have something in the right location that you can choose now, remember, everybody has their choices. Some people chose Vista Cana, for instance. Some people chose downtown. The property that had the most potential downtown was the beach because it has its own man-made lagoon, right? So other properties downtown do not. So that had a lot of talk of the town. Victor Marrero and others chose to stay at Cana Rock, which is close to Hard Rock. Now, the beach is right there. So people are choosing locate. Some other people chose Macau. Macau's undeveloped, just as mostly everything in the Eastern province. Undeveloped, but it's cheap. So again, some people said, I don't even care about being downtown. I'll be 15 to 20 minutes away from the airport. So I'll go out to Verone on the ridge where Cruise on Land and Larimar is. Some people said, you know what? I don't even care about any of that. I'll go to the other side of Verone where I hate to use this terminology, but I have to keep it real, where the slums are. And so that's where you're going to be able to buy cheap property. That would be like Christopher. All right. That's where they bought their stuff at. And so some people said, yeah, I like $67,000 for a 2-bedroom penthouse unit. No amenities other than a pool, nothing really, a pool and a play area. And there's not much else, but it's 67 grand. Some people said, you know what? I don't care about any amenities. I'll just take the pool, a children's playground, a fitness center, and I'll go around and buy up everything for $100,000 or less. Let's call it what it is. So everybody has their own potential. But I'm going to tell you this right here, though, ladies and gentlemen, because if you want an economic life vest, investments are mandatory. You're not going to be able to outpace the currency inflation. No matter what they tell you, when they tell you it's 2%, we know not to believe them. All right? Do not believe them. They're using fake numbers and using an altered system. When it was neutral, we use different numbers. So in other words, I'll give you an example. So you can go down to your grocery store. You can pick out bread, eggs, milk, meat, All right. You can mark down what the price per pound was right now. Wrap it up, put it in a time capsule, put it in your safe. You come back next year. If those prices went up 2%, I double dare you to check this out, but I guarantee you across the board, there will not be 2% inflation or 3% inflation or 4% inflation or 5. It's going to be a lot more than that. And then you're going to see on the news where they tell you, wait a minute, inflation is only 4% year over year. And you're going to be like, wait a minute, this meat over here that was $1.99 a pound is now like $2.99 a pound. What are they talking about? That's more than like 5%. Across the board, you're going to look and say, wait, that's well more than that. Then you're going to go down to the gas station, put in today's prices, and then you come back a year later. You think things are only going to go up like 25, 30 cents? Hell no. So that is why you have to make sure you do your investment mandatory. And there are safety nets around here. That's called stock dividend investing, right? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I started going on a little rant, but here we go. Yeah, the numbers don't lie. And since he did say that, what I wanted to say is, I personally, just so you guys know, I like to be very, very conservative. I am going to start using 50% occupancy rates when I figure out the purchasing power in the Dominican Republic. The reason I'm going to do that is because if it works at 50, I feel a lot better. 60 is nice. I like 50 better because if we make 50% work occupancy, 50% occupancy work, then everything works. Vanessa Comagate says it. Auntie Val, what's good? It's family, love, and beachfront Java. I must order some ASAP. Exactly. Got to get some more of that beachfront Java, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Auntie Val, much love. Sis, got tea now too. Oh my. Okay. She's doing the tea, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. She said it was coming into the year. Well, into the year, I guess, is now. Oh, right. Yahweh. Did Primavera look as nice as we thought? Oh, come on now. Primavera 4, that man-made beach club. Yeah, it looks sweet. Ariam Kaye's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he brings his tagline, Big Dog is in the house. Very well. Very nice to see you. Best live on YouTube and best host, Eric B. You know I always love reading that. Thank you so much. Let's talk money. Let's talk investments. That's right, in Ariam Kaye, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, he's done the impossible. He has over 5 properties in the DR. So I should say over 6 properties in the Dominican Republic, all over the island. And he's choosing strategic locations. So you got to give him props. He too will be having 6 figures if he plans to rent them out at 50% occupancy. And he's buying at the right price. What do I mean? If you can buy something for 137,000, 100,000, 90,000, and you can have 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms for that type of price, you don't think you can rent a 1, 2, 3, or 4 bedroom for $99 or $89 a night? 1% is the goal, ladies and gentlemen. That's our goal. 1% of whatever you purchase at. If you can stay above that fray, then you're good. That's the way I look at it. So that's what you got to look forward to. Economic Life Fest. Get it now while it's cheap. You can only go to so many places on the planet that's going to have a built-in tourist record tourist numbers. There's only so many places. Okay. If you want to come to that real estate investor seminar and business forum, it's going to be November 6th through the 8th. Sign up is there. The link is in the house. Okay, I see the pumpkin spice and the pecan pie. Yes, from Vanessa Comagate. Oh, she's added the holiday spice. The holiday. Go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. That is beachfrontjava.com. Don't forget to put in the promo code SSN Lifestyle. And the reason why, because after your first order, every order thereafter is 10% off and free shipping in the United States. How about that? That is awesome. And it comes in Ziploc bags, by the way. And that means it's nice and fresh all the time. Jaway J also did a drive from Hard Rock to future home of Macau Beach Club. That's awesome. 12 minutes from Hard Rock to future home of Macau Hills, 22 minutes. Okay, hold on. I lost you. You said you drove from Hard Rock to Macau Beach, but you say 12 minutes from Hard Rock to future home of Macau Hills. So what's the 22 minutes? It can't be that far. I don't think Hard Rock is, it can't be. Or are you saying 12 minutes to Macau Beach and then another 10 minutes to Macau Hills? Nah, that would still be kind of far too. Please clarify, Jaway Jays. How far is it from the airport? And then how far is Macau Hills from Hard Rock? Excuse me. Let me know. Those are the ones we're talking about here. Okay, boss, get healed soon. Vanessa Kamagate, thank you. Yeah, it's just a pupil dilation for the eye test, so they can check your further health, you know. So I said, yeah, go do it. And he's like, well, you might not be able to see for 2 days. I said, well, it doesn't matter. The show must go on anyhow. He said, all right. I said, okay, let's roll. Jaway J from Macau Hills to the minute. Wait, what's that? Damatal Park, 1 minute. Okay, I don't know where Damatal Park is. Okay, well, we have something new to learn because let's go see where Damatal Park is in Dominican Republic. Okay, so some of you are like, hey, Eric, let's talk about some other stuff because we need that economic life vest. You know what I did? I was talking with some of these silver stackers. All right. And the silver and gold stackers, I was on Yankees channel making comments, and a lot of people were still talking about stacking. And so I have no problem with stacking gold and silver, as everybody should be holding some metals. But these guys are, you know, buying it all the time, just like if it was a stock, so to speak. Either way, everybody has their own investment strategies. But I found it very interesting because the guy 4 years ago, we did a silver stacker challenge where 10 ounces cost $135 shipped from APMEX. All right. So today, 10 ounces would cost $235. So gold and silver traditionally goes up based on inflation. So what do you guys think inflation was or is? Because homes in 2021 and 2022 went up 20% year over year. Some would call that increase as a price increase. I call it inflation. Okay, here's my point I'm about to make. The equivalent of changing 135 into 235 is the same as putting your 135, investing it monthly at 17% annual return. What am I getting at? PSEC 4 years ago had a return of 17% on the dividend, the money you put in. The 135 would actually be at 17% equals 265. It equals the same, but yet notice that 17% is what you needed to achieve that. That tells me inflation all along has been well over 10, 12, 13%, as you guys already knew. We already told you guys before it was 15, 16%. That was no shocker. All right. It's really no shocker. And if anybody believes it's 4 or 5% now, it's no shocker. It's not. Don't listen to the government in this regard when they're telling you numbers because it's benefiting them. So I just wanted to point that out because I found that very interesting. But here's the argument that I had. I said, hey, the 135 that I put in the PSEC because it was 17% at the time, that lucky day in 2020 or in the 2019s as well, I said it was lucky days. It's not like I can do that all the time. That money that I put in is earning 17%. So I was like, but it's liquid. So I can withdraw the money right now instead of reinvesting it. Whereas if I have the coins, I have to sell the coins and I can't sell them for the $23 price unless I'm going to sell it to somebody on eBay or open market, I guess. But if I go to a dealer, the dealer's not going to give me the actual going rate. They're not going to give me $23 an ounce for silver. So I was like, that's the differences. And anything I buy thereafter with gold and silver, which is still an investment, that means my dollar cost average is actually coming up because I bought it 13, but now it's 23. So if I buy the same amount of ounces, the difference is 10. So that means my cost effective rate is 18. So the point of me stacking was to stay ahead of insurance just in case things went crazy. Now, I'm saying this, and everybody here knows we always talk about the end game. What's the end game? I'm going to go show this Domital Park just to give an idea of where it's at. The end game. Venezuela and the United States has always shown you the end game. So if you want an economic life vest, investments are mandatory, then you should know what the end game is before you even got in. So I'll give you some history of the end game. A lot of you already know is that when United States had their Great Depression, people had gold and silver. Can you believe that the United States said, you need to give us all your gold. We got to use it. We don't have any money. We got to convert it. We need this. So you're going to have to give it to us. It's illegal to have. The only thing that you're going to be holding is if you have it in jewelry. So people started melting down their gold, putting it in jewelry. So that's where this jewelry and gold thing even started. All right. Or it had to be some special, they would give a special carve out for certain pieces of gold. So everybody's like, okay, I still got silver. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, the president says, silver is no longer transferable, transactionable either. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, America put the kibosh on you having gold and silver. What happened in Venezuela? Same thing. Government said, be patriotic. We need this gold. We need some silver. Turn it in. We'll give you something. Some paper? Really? Some inflationary paper that's worthless? That ain't going to work. Hey, but the same thing happened in the United States. But here's the worst part. People in Venezuela, they were listening to these people, stackers, and said, oh, I'll come down there and buy stuff and do this, doing that. People are standing in line for food, water, gas. You really think they're going to be trading the food and water for pieces of silver? I'm just asking for starving individuals. I don't think so. That's where the problem comes in. And so here's the second problem. When those same people said, I'm not going to turn my gold and silver into the Venezuelan government, I'm going to leave, go across the border to Colombia. They went across the border to Colombia. Colombia says, you got gold and silver? Very nice. So, yeah, it's worth $18 an ounce. Not to us, it's not. Because we know you got to turn it in. So you think we're going to give you anywhere near $18 an ounce? Hell freaking no. Because where else are you going to get rid of it? You can't go back to Venezuela. You're inflationary. Where you take $10 an ounce. Take it or leave it. That was it. So all this visions of grandeur, just be careful. So let's get into other items. When we start talking real estate, when we start talking about a stock market that's regulated, nobody says the stock market can't just go down. Nobody says the stock market can go bye-bye either. We've already went through the Great Depression as well. That's right. But at least if a country has world currency, you sit there and say, hey, the odds of this occurring again is pretty slim because of manipulation. So if you want an economic life vest, where would you want to keep your money? Do you want to keep it in a bank where you're losing money based on inflation? Hell no. Hell no. I don't. I barely keep any money in a bank. Why? Because what you guys don't know is there's bank runs on banks as we speak. Banks are not liquid. In fact, banks have used leverage this whole time. 2009 didn't change. 2008 didn't change. 1989 didn't change from the savings and loan debacle, in case people don't know what that reference is about. It's never going to change. These guys have trillions of dollars of derivatives. This cannot end well. So this brings us back around to economic life vest. Where is your safety areas? Well, one is somebody could say land. Where is the land is going to matter. Location is going to matter. If you believe in the United States, land, get land in the United States. If you believe, hey, I'm going to Thailand because land is so inexpensive that it almost doesn't matter, at least I have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath villa condo and I only spend 100 grand. Okay. Or you can go to Thailand and be like, I'm only going to spend 35 grand and at least I have a 1 or 2 bedroom condo by the beach. Not by the beach, but beach views from about 3-4 blocks away. Still pretty good deal. Throw away, and you can rent it out. I'm just saying. So location will matter eventually if you need that economic life vest. Now, let's get into the other part. What about starting your own business? And by the way, if you want to get some stocks, want to get into that, get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. The links are down below in the description box. You know how far Macau Hills from the future Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz-Carlton is going to be at Macau Beach. That's why I was asking him if it's 12 minutes from Macau Hills, if that's what he meant. Hopefully, Jawway J is still here because that's the deal. But it doesn't really matter how close it is because as long as I have Ritz-Carlton in my neighborhood, in the area, that's good enough. Now, proximity kind of does matter. But if we start doing this Macau Ritz-Carlton, Macau 5-star hotel, I can't remember the other hotel that's coming, but you start putting in 4, 5, 6 5-star locations. They already have 1 or 2 there. All of a sudden, people want to be in Macau. The property values start going up in that area, just like what's going to happen at Mishi's because of all the luxury hotels they're building there, just like what's going to happen at Samana. So same thing because of proximity. The more you have, the better it's going to be. And especially if you're buying stuff for $100,000 or less. Come on. The Macau Hills and Macau Garden projects, in case you guys want to check those out, the links are down below. Get in touch with Nestor. Go look for it. Let them know Eric sent you from SSN Nation. All right. So that would be helpful. Under 100,000 in Macau, it doesn't. What I'm trying to say is if it's 110, 112, which is what a 3-bedroom, 2-bath Macau Hills villa cost, which is a home, $113,000. You can't go wrong if they're building 5-star luxury hotels in Macau. Now, the fact that you're not a mile up the road, okay, so be it. But when Macau is going to be known as 5-star capital of wherever, I don't know, outside of Punta Cana, and you go to Macau, they have 5 stars. You go up to Mishi's, they have 5 stars. All of a sudden, you have these pockets, just like Cap Cana has 5 stars. Now, you have to start thinking, how does Cap Cana, how are they surviving when they were basically 5 stars? Hotels were there, golf course, and they're still going to have lots of room to grow. But it's the same playbook, except you're just a little further away than you are Cap Cana. Same playbook. As long as you're in that pocket area, you still get to benefit from an increase in value of property. So that's what I'm trying to say. We know the Ritz-Carlton's on the beach. We know Macau Hills is not. It's across the freeway. So that means it could be 2 miles away, could be 3 miles away. We don't know, but it still has an address, Macau. All right. So let me put it to you another way in case people don't understand about the real estate. When you live in your city, in your city, you say, oh, that's where all the rich people live or where all the expensive homes are. So if you're in LA or if you're around the world, I'll use LA. People say, oh, we know Beverly Hills. We know Hollywood, right? We know Hollywood Hills. We know OC. We know Malibu, right? Those are pretty much in the lexicon in America associated because of TV. 90210, right? Beverly Hills. But 90210 upscale. Is that Beverly Hills? Yes. Okay, fine. Malibu, stars hang out there. Stars hang out in where does the Kardashians and Kanye and all them guys live? I can't remember. It starts with a C. But anyhow, some people would know those because of TV, right? So when you're on watching some of the real estate shows, you go New York Soho, which used to be nothing. Now it is, right? So people start realizing, in your area, wherever you live, where the expensive homes are, let's say. Where rich people's homes are. That's the same thing. You just say Macau. If people associate Macau with where there are 5-star and villas and all this, it's a win. This is why I can't throw Atlantida in there because they're not going to have villas. But this is why Vista Cana and I shouldn't even say this either. And Larimar, I won't say the other. Vista Cana and Larimar are going to have villas too. And that's why they started increasing in value in Vista Cana, because it's a community. And then at Larimar, they realized exactly what I'm talking about. They said, we're going to have 6 5-star hotels on their boardwalk. 2 are going to be in first phase. So when you do that, that brings up the value in your neighborhood. And when you have 6, a la Cap Cana, we win, right? So keep those thoughts in your head. Just the fact that you have that is a great, great thing in the neighborhood. So I will leave it at that. All right, let's get into where we are. Macau Hills sold out. Great investment. Yes, it is. Sold out. Yahweh J. Here we go. Eric, on your DR Weekly. Yes, medical tourism is huge in Santo Domingo. Why? Okay, you can even see this boarding the planes. Exactly. Wheelchairs with patients lined up in the city. Condos rented to patients. Exactly, Yahweh J. In fact, I'm glad you brought that up. If there's going to be medical tourism, and he says it's huge in Santo Domingo, in fact, it is. All right? It's going to happen in Punta Cana. In fact, it's going to happen in Sosúa. It's going to happen all over the island, because people are going to go to their favorite destination for the medical tourism. And this, again, Larimar said we're going to have medical facilities. Very, very wise. I love everything they are doing. Very wise. How many other projects have medical facilities that are going to be at your project where you don't have to leave and go to the hospital? This is major. This is also major if you're going to have medical tourism for then when people come and stay at your hotel or condo, whatever, or villa. Then that way, if they need to go seek medical attention quickly, at least you can go right here for now. If it needs to escalate, then you can probably go somewhere else. It's still, in my eyes, it hasn't been bona fide that there's going to be a hospital. I keep calling them medical facility. All right. I'm not calling it a hospital yet until I see hospital. They keep saying hospital, but I'm going to call it medical facility. Now, I'm not going to call it a hospital where people are going to stay, where they're going to be doing surgery. I'm not thinking anything like that thus far until they prove me otherwise. But very well said. Medical tourism is going to be huge. And the wellness. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you can't replace things. So when we talk about Ariam Kaya, he owns at the beach. When the beach came out, they were going to have a hotel. And they were going to have a spa wellness inside their hotel. So that was going to be cool. They still may. But this is going to end up being a thing as well. This is why inside these mega projects, you got to have wellness centers. Again, Larimar's on top of it. Again, Cruise on Land's on top of it. Again, Vista Cana's on top. Atlantida's on top of it. Again, this is something that's going to be at your disposal, wellness tourism. And if you have something to rent and you can promote it as wellness tourism, and you can promote it medical tourism, and you can say it's 5-star, and you can say it's spas and rehab. I call rehab, not what you're thinking, not with the drugs. You guys, I know what rehab is, but I call rehab when you unplug. You work hard, right? And then you go on so-called vacation. But how many of you on vacation truly unplug and say, you know what? I'm just going to do some rehab. All right? I'm just going to unplug, relax, sit back, enjoy the sounds of the ocean. Bring me my other rum runner, please. Chill out. No clocks, no tablets, no cell phones. no TVs. Shout out to Club Cascadas de Baja and Los Cabos. That's one of my favorite places, by the way. And the reason why, no phones, no TV, no nothing. But we got chefs that'll come to your room and cook for you. We got chefs that's under the palapa trees is going to come out and fix dinner for you on the beach. Yes. I'm just giving them some love. You can find me there. If I go to Los Cabos, if I ever say I go to Los Cabos, that's where I'm staying. I don't stay anywhere else in Los Cabos. Although I was almost tempted to stay at the Dreams in San Jose del Cabo because I do own something there, but I've never stayed there because that's too pricey. It's too pricey. It's like I'd rather collect rent than Club Cascadas de Baja, tennis court, jacuzzi, pool, restaurant, bar, and like I say, sit on the sandy beach, Madonna Beach. That's where we're at. All right, here we go. Yahweh J. I love that comment. I appreciate that. Eric, why some people still saying Punta Cana oversaturated all the hotels and project? George's Charles, I made mention of this in the Dominican Republic Weekly. 50,000, okay. 46,000 hotel rooms are in Punta Cana. In the Eastern Province. I shouldn't say Punta Cana. When you count La Romana, Punta Cana, Cap Cana, in that corridor, 46,000. And I've been saying 50,000 because it is 50,000 because they're going to add another 4,000 by the end of this year. That's why people are saying oversaturated, I believe. I don't know why they keep saying oversaturated. I would say that's a hell of a lot of hotel rooms. That's all I know. That's a hell of a lot of hotel rooms. So I love that they're saying that because they don't need to buy nothing. They don't buy anything right now. All right. You can wait. You can chill out. I'm just being facetious on that because here's the thing. Once again, we're going to reach potentially this year 4.8 million tourists by air coming through the Punta Cana airport. All right. We're going to approach 4.2 to 4.8. All right. Take your pick. So if we reach 8 million visitors by air, which may or may not reach that number, then you got 4.8. If you reach 7 million visitors by air, then that means you got 4.2. What we're looking for is 5.2, which will happen next year. Now, that means 100,000 people by air per month coming through the Punta Cana airport. Now, I understand 2 people to a party, let's say, so we drop it down to 50,000. That would mean every hotel room is booked. Now, I just have one thing to say about all of this. You know, we keep track of everything. Somebody's going to have to start explaining in the month of April, Holy Week time, which was strangely enough 2 weeks. Somebody's going to have to start explaining how hotels can be 90, what was it, almost 95, 96, and in some areas 100% booked. Then why was Airbnb still almost booked as well in the same area? There was less than 50 units available. So I don't know what too saturated means. All I do know is they keep bringing in the tourism people. There's going to be way more than 50,000 hotel rooms going to be needed. Then you start throwing in the condos, and that's going to be the interesting thing. How many condos or villas renting on short-term rental platforms? Is it going to be 5,000? Is it going to be 2,000? Is it going to be 1,000? That is what's going to change the whole dynamics. We don't know what that number is. We can only guess. But I told you guys at the end of this year, I'm going to start figuring out how many units are really available from all of the projects during pre-construction. Because in the next 2 years, we should have at least another 2 million passengers coming in which means if things hold true in Punta Cana, that means another 1.2 million. So just the numbers don't lie. So you're going to have to ask them what they mean saturated, because I don't know what that really means. I don't. And this also is another reason why I'm using the 50% number. All right. Now, once again, you want Economic Life Vest? We're talking real estate here. Pre-construction, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. We've talked about this a lot. But that's not all to get your Economic Life Vest. You do have to have a little bit of gold and silver in your pocket. All right? Got to have a few of that. Whether it's 5%, 10%, or 12 or 15%, it's up to you to determine. But you need that. You also need something in the area of equities, which are known as stocks, ETFs, something. All right? Yield Max is perfect right now. I can tell you about ORC, which is a REIT. I can tell you about AGNC, which is a REIT. I can tell you these guys like IEP, which is not a REIT. That's the Icon Group. We can talk about things get 19, 20, 21% dividend returns, but can they keep it up is the question. I don't know. YieldMax uses options and a few other things. But YieldMaxETFs.com, go check them out, because what you put in right now could be 20%, 25%, 30%. How about over 30% annual return of dividends? Just go check it out. Use the links down below if you haven't gotten your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Webull has another promotion now. You actually have to put in $1, 1 cent. You have to put something in before they'll release the free shares. All right. So go out there and do that. All right. Jaway J, with 24-hour nurses on duty, and they provided breakfast, lunch, dinner to patients. Most of the patients are from U.S. Exactly. Jaway J, it's over 50% is from the United States. How crazy is that for this? And the medical procedures are based on Dominican pesos type of money, and they get to charge a little more than Dominican pesos to American or Canadian citizens, because they're like, okay, it doesn't cost you $30,000 in the United States. We'll do it for $8,000. I'm just saying, right? 8,000 USD. We'll take that. Okay, Jaway J, I think the reason Primavera 3 is not allowed in 4, I personally think it's for space reasons. That man-made beach will not be able to accommodate both. Not big enough. I could agree with you on that. But if, you know what, we got to talk to Primavera 4. We got to talk to developers, quite frankly, because the question starts being, we don't really care about the man-made beach that much. The reason I'm saying that is, in Primavera 2, if you go over to Primavera 2, they already have, 3 pools already. So if you actually threw a man-made beach into the mix, how many people are going to walk from their beach or their pool area to go down to the clubhouse, unless the clubhouse has food, right? But even then, how long are you going to stay down there when you can just easily go to the pool that's on your side of the complex? Because ultimately the man-made beach is a big pool, right? So that begs the question that we will never know until it's built. Because I want to know, are they adding 3 or 4 or 5 pools into Primavera 4? Because I've never seen the master plan for Primavera 4. And Primavera 3, it didn't seem like they were going to have 4 or 5 pools in there either, nor did Primavera Luxury seem like they're going to have more than 2 pools. But we'll find out. But will it be too late when prices are freaking $150 a square foot for a villa instead of $110, $115? All right. So I agree with you. It's not big enough to host 3 luxury and 4. I agree with you. But again, I'm not sold on how many people are going to be using that thing. Not yet. And like I said, unless it's the only, well, hold on, that changes things. Jaway J, are you saying that's going to be the only pool in Primavera 4? Because if that's the case, that changes things dramatically. I'd have to agree with you 110%. All right, Eric, you also have to factor in the nights you'll use it throughout the year. I think 50% is a good percentage as a base. Thank you, Victor Marrero. I would have to agree with this. There's so much building going on. There's so much. And I have to agree with one thing. We can't keep blinders on forever. Even though we're in early, which is a good thing. If you're in early, that's always the best position. But ultimately, if they keep doing what they're doing, there's so much jungle available that they could easily add 50,000 more units for short-term rentals or long-term rentals included. Easily. Because as soon as you start going into Macau and cross out past there and go up to the Michis, if that starts being a thing, then you're going to have from all the way from Cap Cana for like, I don't know how far that is. I'd have to think it's 30 kilometers, maybe 40. If you're in Cap Cana and drive all the way down to Michis, then we got a problem. But is it a problem really? Not really in my eyes, because it's spanning such a large area that some people are going to say, I want to stay in Macau. Some people are going to say, I want to stay downtown. Some people are going to say, I want to stay in Verón. Some people are going to say, I really don't care. I'll stay in Los Corrales, El Cortocito. So it's all going to be based on if we have if we have 6 million passengers, visitors coming into Punta Cana Airport, and if they make a second airport, then it's golden, because not only will you have the already established, let's say 4.2 million, 2 years from now, you're going to add in an extra 200, 300, 500,000 tourists coming in from this other airport. I would think maybe even 1 million, because now they're going to be vying for airlines. Open Skies hasn't even been released yet, which is going to be very, very interesting. So, thank you, Victor Morel. I'm going to 50 because of all this unknown factors. And I think it's probably best to do that. E. White, another investors in the house making waves. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name. In case you've joined us a little bit late, thank you so much again for being here. Smash that like button, because E. White says his tagline, good evening, everyone. Taking notes, taking that millionaire lingo, CEO. Thank you so much, E. White. But E. White, he's doing the damn thing. He's also acquiring assets, which is real estate, in a highly, highly, highly touted tourist area. So let me know what you guys think. Here's what I'm going to do now. We're going over to this screen. In case you're just joined us, I'm wearing glasses because I went to see the eye doctor today. They dilated my eyes, and any light it's fuzzy, and not only that, it's bright when I have these things off. So it gets even crazier because everything like lights up and it's weird. But anyhow, I'm going to put this on the screen because I was going to look for this Damatal Park. You said 1 minute from here, Damatal Park, right? Here's the Wild Tiger Buggy. Here's Buggy Bavaro. Oh, wow, excursions. Ladies and gentlemen, are you paying attention to this? What's this over here? Is that 105? What is this? Interesting. And, okay, we got to go. Okay, he says it's 1 minute from here. Now, is that 1 minute towards the beach? Wait a minute. What's this? This is Hard Rock. What do you mean 1 minute? I need to know exactly what you mean, Jaway J. What's 1 minute? Hard Rock's here. So are you saying here's Macau Beach is way up here? Damatal Park's here. This is interesting. Are you saying Macau Hills is somewhere here by Hard Rock? That changes things dramatically because the beach club is at Macau. They're saying Macau's, well, actually, where is Macau at? They're saying this is Macau, but let's see. Here's, yes, this is Macau Beach right here. So they're not driving from here to here. I thought it would be across the freeway here in this area. So please reiterate. We're going to have to do some double checking on, because we never knew where the location is. Nestor should be back from Orlando, so we're going to have a little chat when he comes back, pinpoint where this place is for us. Thank you, Jaway J. Appreciate that, but clarify, please, where it is. All right, Ariam Kaye, guys, check out Uptown District. A great, beautiful project in Santo Domingo. I am thinking of getting a unit there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ariam Kaye is just going ballistic over there in the no credit check, no qualifying real estate game. Holy smokes. He's buying things often and early. So what somebody a year from now is going to pay almost a third or 50% of the price more, he's buying at a lower price so he can get more properties. You got to love that. All right. Is there a safety net? Well, safety nets are real estate. Safety nets are a savings account in some people's eyes. But just keep in mind that a bank is leveraged. So you don't want to really keep a lot of money in the bank, and especially since you're going to be earning maybe 5%. So would you rather keep it at 10% in a JEPI account at the stock market? JEPI is a stock. JEPQ around 10%, 10.5% between the two. Would you rather keep it there than get 5% at the bank? I'm just asking for investor friends. All right. The Uptown District, I think I've heard of that. Let me just Google this real quick. Doesn't, if I remember right, the Uptown District, is that a complex? Because there's a complex that's is not by the beach, but it's high enough where apparently on the upper floors, people can see like water views or something. I don't know if this is it though. If this is a complex or just the area, but there is a place that just started. Uptown District Q. Yes, it looks like we have. Yes, it's a project. Just by looking at it, I've seen so many projects. This one doesn't seem familiar, but it could be if it's the one that you can see the water from up top. And I think they had a pool upstairs and a fitness center upstairs, if I'm not mistaken. This could be the one. Actually, Ariam Kaye can tell me if this is the one. I was pulling it up, but it's not readily available to me. I was going to pull it up and show you guys. A great, beautiful project. I'm thinking of getting a unit there. And it was under 100K, if I remember right. They had something like 90 something. It came across briefly. So thank you for mentioning that. We'll look into it, but give us some more details. Jaway J. Eric, you missed some of the message. 12 minutes to Macau Beach Clubhouse. Oh, okay. I like that. Beautiful. So what was the 22 minutes? So 22 minutes from where? 12 minutes from Macau Beach Clubhouse. I like that. 12 minutes is reasonable. 12 minutes is reasonable, but it depends. Are we closer to Hard Rock or closer to... Here we go. He's got 22 minutes now. Let's see what the 22 minutes is. Where is it? 22 minutes to Macau Hills 1 and 2 from a Hard Rock. Okay, so it's not across from the Hard Rock like the map shows. Okay, this is interesting. 22 minutes from Hard Rock. So then it's north of the beach. Okay, 12 minutes. What did he say? It was 12 minutes to Macau Beach Club house. 22 minutes north of Hard Rock. If that's the case, that makes this thing like 30 minutes from the airport, is what you're saying? Is this what you're saying? That's a ways. That's a ways. But then again, it's in Macau, but it won't be a ways if there's an airport up there. I don't think. Okay, at George's Charles, Google Maps says 9 minutes on a car. It's only 2.6 kilometers. Well, if it's only 2.6 kilometers, that's not that far. Interesting. Well, this is all the more reason that we're going to be going November 6th through the 8th so everybody can get their own timelines and own everything down. Calabasas. Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate. Calabasas, exactly. That's the other one. People know these neighborhoods. Yes, you're going over to Malibu. All right. You got $7 million for your house? No, I don't. Sorry, you can't live there. You're going over to Hollywood Hills. You got $3 million. Okay, you can live here. You're going to Beverly Hills. You got $3 million. Oh, maybe you're not living here. All right. You're going over to a lot of places in LA, right? You're not living here. Let's call it what it is. Calabasas. Yeah. If a couple million, you're probably not going to be living there either. Curtis Davis. Good evening, SSN family from Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name, and he also has his logo, ABMM. Always be making money. The only way we can do that is we have to have our Economic Life Vest. We got to get it on. Strap up, ladies and gentlemen. Investments are mandatory. What other kind of investments can we make? But before we get to that, Curtis Davis, he has went on these YouTube streets and has a Chili Davis channel, Chilly Davis. He gives out information for stocks, financial news and updates throughout the day, evening, and night. You just never know when it's going to come out. That's why you got to go over there, show some love, subscribe to his channel, click the all notification bell, and then listen to the videos and hit the like button. Because he is monetized. He has over 1,000 subscribers now, ladies and gentlemen, which is awesome. Go show some love there as well. All right. Now, investment. Get that Economic Life Vest. We've been talking real estate because we have a lot of people that's in here. Oh, we have like 60 people who have bought real estate now in the DR. When we start adding those 60 people, not everybody has one property. We're probably talking about over 100 properties amongst the 60 people. That's how crazy this is. This is actually exciting. Because you know why? I'm going to give you guys another game to play, which is going to be an end game. Remember, if we stick all together, we are our own group of individuals that are renting units out if we're doing short-term rentals or long-terms. Or if you want to do 30-day rentals, we can work all together. We won't even need Airbnb. You don't even have to let them take their 3% fee. We could be in a group and list our unit and week availability and say, hey guys, this is what we have available. This is how much I'm charging. And have our own little network, so to speak, because some of us are going to be advertising other than on Airbnb and VRBO. This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm looking for, does anybody have this week? And of course, we want to give a person a little love, right? Got to give a little commission to show some love, right? So then you tell them, yes, I want this for this week. That's it. And now we make money a different way without having to be on platforms, by simply being connected. That'll come up in the long run. We could have 30, we could have 20, we can have 10, we can have 5. It all works out. Just something else to think about. Victor Morrell, that's not bad. No, 2.6 is not bad. All right. Now, I wanted to play something because I want to thank everybody for being here. And yes, I'm wearing glasses. This is correct. I kind of like it, actually. I kind of like it. It's just that everything is blurry. But they're by Tifosi Optics. The lens come off. I could have put on smoke lens, which weren't black. If they were black, I'd have probably switched lens. These, and then I have another shade. I should break out the case. They come in a nice case. And some would say, Eric, are these going to be a $300, $500, $1,000? No. I'm like ordinary citizen, just like my man Dion when he came out with the blenders, $60, $70, $50. Same with Tifosi Optics, except how many glasses can you change lens? Included, don't have to pay extra. Not all their glasses are changeable, but some are changeable, and you can order up different lens colors as well. So that's why some lens I have blue, some are this AC red is what they call it. Some are for golf. There's all kind of different things. So go check out Joe Tifosi, Tifosi optics.com. You'll be surprised. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yes, you can get over to 100 if you start getting prescription, but nonetheless, generally affordable. Lightweight. Oh, you know what? I guess I got to show some love. Like I said, these guys used to sponsor me. Not anymore, though, sadly. But here, hold on. We're not going to do that right now. But nonetheless, these have something on the inside. It's plastic. It's I don't know what it is. I can jump in water. They won't come off. They're slip proof. This particular model, not all. So just keep that in mind as well. So if I sweat, you're running, sweating, they won't come off. If you're in the pool, which I don't know why you wear sunglasses in the pool, but they won't come off. All right. So just saying, I have to show some love. I should give them some love. All right. So here we go. Now I have to go back up top. Let's go. All right. Invest. Economic Life Invest. Hey, boss, got another passive income gem. Looking into it. Thank you so much. Of course, we're always excited when we hear from you about that. Because again, she's not Seamless Genius for nothing. Eric Dumatile Park is the Dune Buggy Safari and Cenote place. Oh, I didn't know the name of the place. Okay, I understand. The Macau, those guys that do it up in Macau, yes, the Cenote. I'm familiar with what you're talking about now. Okay, I thought you were talking about before that it was like close 1 minute to Macau Hills, and I was like, on the map, that's definitely not 1 minute to Macau Hills. If I think I know where Macau Hills is kind of located, but we'll get to that when Nestor comes on next time. Eric, oh wait, did I just? I'm intrigued, sis. Exactly. Whenever she says that, we know it's going to be a twist onto something that's special. I'll give a hint. Opus Virtual Offices. Okay. All right. Here we go again. She's giving a hint. She always has a twist, ladies and gentlemen. We got to wait for this. This is one of the things. Start your own business is a safety net. You control the money. You control how much you can charge, i.e., we're talking about real estate, so it's relatable. When real estate prices went up, we were able to join in the fun. I was able to increase rental rates 30% year over year in 2021 and 2022. So something that prior $275, I could charge $399 for over 2 years. And now something weird has happened because Las Vegas, they keep exploding with new things. Now they have the Sphere, and I have a place that's up the street from the Sphere. So people are willing to spend for the same thing that 3 years ago I was charging $299 a night on the weekend. People are willing to spend $559 per night on a weekend. That is crazy. Almost 100% increase in 3 years. Now, that doesn't work for everywhere because, again, 3% rental rate, occupancy rate across the board for all my properties. It's not like if we're at 40 or 50% like we should be, then, everything would be lovely. But unfortunately, the other ones I've had to reduce because of less rental numbers. All right, Jaway J. Eric, I don't think people from Primavera 3 will just settle for a pool when 4 has a man-made beach, restaurant, and palapas. I agree, in music and all the fun in that area. It will be overcrowded. Yes, I agree with you on that. I agree with you. But the thing was, they were telling us Primavera 3, Luxury, and 4, they were going to share. So here's the question. 2 questions come to mind. Are there additional beaches? Because what you're describing, at every pool, you can have, well, you can't have the restaurant, but you can have the music, you can have that. And you can add, well, palapa trees, not so much, but you can add your cabanas. But again, I see your point. The point is, you are right. It's not big enough to host. I wouldn't even say it's big enough to host like 100 people. Quite frankly, I mean, it's going to be crowded if you had 150 people. It's going to be crowded. So I would agree with you. But here's the other thing. What people do not understand is once you have the amenity there and things wear off, it ends up being no big deal. That's what, think about. Okay, we have a lot of people on here tonight. I'm going to ask you, in your community, you probably have a pool, a clubhouse. You probably have a basketball courts or soccer fields or playground areas. Even with your kids there, how often are you going to use those facilities? Seriously, I'm asking. I've lived in all type of places, and usually they have amenities. I lived in places that has all the things I just mentioned. How many times was I at the clubhouse shooting pool, playing ping pong, using the fitness center? Not that often. How many times was I going up to the snack bar and restaurant to go get something to eat? Not that often, because I lived there. Now, rental might be a different story, but people who live there, they usually aren't at their amenities every day because it's normal. People who visit would probably be more apt to go up to the amenity. So just keep those things in mind. So when people say Vista Cana is going to have 20, 30,000 people, okay. Larimar, 20, 30,000 people, okay. Cruise on Land, 4,000, 4,500. Okay, but see, here's the thing. Not everybody is caring about the amenities because they're not using them every day. After you use them for the first week, you're there. Then they're there. Then you're like, oh, I can go over there anytime. So I think I'll go whenever. It's not like you're a tourist, where you go, wow, I'm going to go over here every day while I'm here for 2 or 3 days straight. So just think about that. I understand what you're saying, though. By number wise, if you start combining 3 luxury and 4, numbers wise, it would see unobtainable. I agree with you on this, Jawway J. But this also means we need to know how many people actually live there versus, there's a lot of factors. And until I see it myself, I'm assuming that since you saw it, you deemed it as, oh, whoa, hold on. All this place can hold is X amount of people in your mind. You're going, it could probably only hold, I'm guessing, 100 people, 150 people comfortably. So if you have all these people wanting to hang out here, all of a sudden, it would be overcrowded. You're right. I can see that. I'm not going to say anything about it. You're probably right on this front. But who's to say they're not making 2 of them? I'm just saying, maybe they are. Maybe they'll pull what Cruise on Land did. We're not just going to have one man-made beach. We're making a second one. Maybe they'll pull that out of their hat. Because that would be sick, right? Or maybe Primavera 5, they do the damn thing and make something 5 times as big and say, this is our community center. I'm just giving people ideas. Primavera, because I already know you have 5. I'm just saying. Auntie Val, go. Very interesting. Do own the building or sublet, or am I way off in my guess? Well, that'll be interesting. If you're referring to Vanessa Comigates, Opus Virtual Office, Auntie Val, very good, Professor. Sublet. Well, arbitrage by subleasing, no problem there as long as it's allowed, as long as it's up front and approved, which I know she's going to do. I like it. Well, if you can do that, then once you can sublease rightfully, then that means that opens the door for you to make money and pass the difference on to yourself between you and the landlord, which is what people were telling people to do with the Airbnb books and courses and stuff, telling people to go sublease apartment buildings. And I said, that's not a good idea. All right. There's some people that hit me up. I told this story before. Some SSN Nation members said, hey, what do you think about me subleasing in Texas, in LA? And I said, subleasing's out if you're going to do short-term rentals. You have to sign a lease agreement or a rental agreement. If you don't get the numbers that you need, then that means you still owe money. So you might be good for 1 or 2 months, but what happens the month where you don't rent enough to pay your landlord? So I said, that's a dangerous situation. And second off, most landlords or most HOAs won't approve of that subleasing. So now you're putting yourself in another dangerous position. You're doing 2 things that traditionally you shouldn't be doing anyhow. So that has to do with Airbnb. So when she says sublet, that means she's going to have approval to sublease or sublet. That is totally okay. And that changes the game. And it depends on the game she's going to play. But I have a feeling it has nothing to do with Airbnb. Because I would not advise doing subleasing with Airbnbs. I'm just going to say it like it is. All right, Auntie Val, very good, Professor. Sublet. I love it. Okay, Jaway J. No, Eric. 1 minute from the future home of Macau Hills 1 and 2. Okay. But I'm still confused. Is Domital Park 1 minute? Because on the map, it looks like it's almost level with Hard Rock. That's what I'm trying to get at. On the map, it showed it's close to Hard Rock, the Domital Park. Eddie Brown at Iriam. I will check out. Thanks. Exactly. He'll check it out. Yes. So Eddie Brown, if you're interested in San Domingo, then there's a lot of projects in San Domingo. And again, everything's going to hold true. Find out if there's amenities for that. I highly advise. Auntie Val, there are more variables, of course. Of course there is, because the way she twists things and make it work out is phenomenal. I'm anxiously waiting to hear if she can put it together, because it's always a pleasant surprise. And by the way, if you don't want to miss these live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because when she breaks this out, it's always something that you can do. This isn't something like, oh, it's her because she has this particular connection. And she has come up with business ideas that anybody can do. So you don't want to miss it when she actually breaks it off. If she can figure it out, you'll find out about it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Victor Morel, you can probably walk along the beach from Macau Beach to the Hard Rock. It's all opened beach. I used to run on the beach from Hard Rock, passing all resorts close to Cordacito. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got a good point. You got a good point. That's one of the things I like. The beaches are open, even though a lot of the all-inclusive have the beach closed, but they've always made it where there's places you can go through. So that's what makes it so special, which makes it very, very interesting that he says that, because when you go to the Hard Rock, you can't just walk to the beach. But if you're staying down the way, or a complex that's on the water or has access to the water, you could actually walk right by Hard Rock. So it's very, very interesting how they have it made up. All right. So thank you for mentioning that, Victor Morel. Very good points. All right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell, because we still got to get our economic life vest in order. All right. What does it mean so far? Yes, we're talking about real estate. Yes, we've talked about stocks. Yes, we talk about gold, silver. Yes, you can stack. We talked about dividend stocks. Yes, all this we've always talked about every Monday. What we also talk about is business. Acquisition of a business is much better than starting a business in a lot of cases. Because now if you acquire a business, that means you know this is our profits, this is what we're bringing in, this is your rate of return for your investment. If you can find a business that you can invest in, right? Otherwise, you have to go the next step, start your own business. If you want to start your own business on the internet, you know what? Down below in the description box, I have some things that you need to pay attention to. What are they? Canva, for instance. You want to make thumbnails, you want to make anything. YouTube thumbnails. You want to make your art for your YouTube channel. You want to do Instagram posts art. You want to do all this. You can go to Canva. The link is down below. They have a free version. It's canva.com, canva.com, but please use the link down below, because if you ever upgrade to the buy version, of course I'm using my affiliate link for that. It's down below, so please use my link. I'd appreciate it. But you might also say, hey, Eric, I can't do anything with social media. I want to do something else. I want to create a website, and I can't do that. You can go to Fiverr, Fiverr. The link is down below. Once again, please use my link down below in the description box. So that helps you if you're going to use social media or even start your business. This can help out greatly. All right. You want to have an intro and an outro like how we have here. I do it on Fiverr. Again, I haven't come up with a new one yet because there's not something that I've really liked yet, but I'm going to Fiverr. I'm going to pay somebody 5, 10, 20, whatever it is. It's not no more than 10, 20 bucks, usually 5 or 10 or 15, whatever. I'm going to get a new intro and I'm going to get it from them. Yes, I will submit some images or something that I like, a little twist on it, but for the most part, I'll be going over to Fiverr because I'm not that creative. Come on now. So Uptown District from Ariam Kaye. So it's business, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to get, she mentioned Opus Virtual Office. Opus Virtual Office is just that. If you work out of your home or you're on the go or you have another job and you want to have a business. Well, Opus Virtual Office at $99 per month, which is a tax write-off, they give you an actual phone number, a business phone number, a business fax number. They have somebody answer the phone under your business name, and they can transfer it to a number you designate, whether it's your voicemail or whether it's to your cell phone or any phone you designate. Somebody can answer. So that's good. Now, it's again a write-off for your taxes. They report to Credit Safe. All right. But I have to admit, somebody hit me up and said, hey, they aren't reporting. So now I have to double verify again. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to let you guys know about it. I'll have to make a video. So we're going to find out. I had to hit up Opus Virtual Office today, so they probably sent me back an email, but I'm not reading it yet. Uptown District is a new project that just came out. The penthouse units are going for 1.5 million. Okay, that's not the one I know about, but they have units for less than 150K. Maybe it is the one. The builder is Avalon, same builder that is building McCow Hills. Okay, very, very good. I remember something in Uptown District that was like 100,000, I thought. 110, 98, 90, I don't remember what it was. But anyhow, if it's under 150, that's pretty good, I guess. But again, I'm going with amenities. So if they have amenities, I advise. But what's this 1.5 million though? How big are these penthouse units? Holy Toledo. I like it. Miami style. I love it. I love this upscale invitation. I love it. I am getting one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy smokes. My man. He already has 5 bona fide. I guess if he's getting one, that's 6. I don't know what to say. He said he's going to go for 9. He clearly has the record. Actually, this would be 7. 7 properties by one individual. He's starting an empire. He's already started an empire. He says, I'm getting one. Okay. Now he's got my attention. Because again, if they have a $1.5 million penthouse in the same building, that gets somebody's attention, doesn't it? Uptown District condos. Very interesting. Okay. Is it called Uptown District? I mean, is that what we're talking about here? Uptown District SDQ. Okay, I am not going to be able to do this. I can tell you. I think I'm going to have a problem trying to do this. So I'm going to bring this up because we're talking about this, and this is part of his investment life vest. Oh, here we go. Okay. Live a life of luxury in the heart of the city with comfort and security. Okay. So what are we talking about here, A.M. Kaye? Are you going to be renting this out? I mean, is that your whole plan? Let me know. Now, this would be interesting. I can barely see this. So, invest in a first Sunset Suites apartment tower in Uptown District real estate. Okay, this isn't working. What do you mean? This is all we get? They're not showing anything. We're going to go see here if they're going to show any picture. No, they're not showing me anything. Download brochure. Oh, wait, we have a brochure? We have a brochure, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Is this a project? Let's see if this is what I think it is. Let's go look. This is what we do here. We get conversations of all walks of life, different areas, different things to talk about. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Hold on a second. I haven't left it. Okay. All right. Uptown 800. Let's see what this brochure is. Oh, man, this is looking a little blurry for me. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do then. Let's do it this way. Avalon Urban Group, Apartmentos RD. Okay, I think I've seen this. My man, Mr. Stasio, I think, posted up something about it. Let's see if this is the one. I don't think this is. I think this is a different. So this isn't the Uptown District that I'm thinking. A, B, C, D, E, F. Wow. 6 towers, 23 to 33 levels. Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. They're trying to create a mega project. 6,000 square meters of amenities. Now, again, secure gates. Looks like, okay, I can barely see this stuff. So I won't go. Club lounge. I like it already. Good. Pool up top. Yes. Let's see if this is the one I think it is, though, because I remember seeing water. Looks like restaurants. If that's what it says, I'm sorry, I can't read it. Shopping downstairs. I'm loving this so far. This is like Miami. Sunset Suites. Nice. Okay. Sunset Suites. That must be one of the buildings. I'm going to go through this pretty fast, but what I'm going to do is, for everybody might be saying, Eric, show me the PDF. Well, here it is. It's in the chat box if you want to grab the PDF yourself. So we need to talk about this then, don't we? Don't we? Let's see here. We definitely need to talk about this. Elegant, secure, uptown district. Yes, this is looking good. This is almost looking kind of Miami-like. What am I saying? It is. It's looking like New York-like as well. Okay, I can barely see this stuff, so we'll skip ahead. Simple. Okay. Sofa sleeper, or is that a fold-up? Fold-up. Studio, 33 meters. Yes, that's a hotel suite. Sofa sleeper. Yeah, that's 350, 360 square feet. Small, but nevertheless has a kitchen. Here goes a one bedroom, 53. What's this? It says 2 sleeping areas. That's fine. Sofa sleeper, not bad. Very nice. And no, I have not seen this actually. I have not seen these. This is interesting. Okay, 57 square meters for another one. So I'll just go through this real briefly because they have 58 pages. So you guys are going to have to go check this out yourself. The 2 bedrooms, these are 70 square meters, so 770 square feet. No patio balcony, though. Well, no. 20-some stories, 30-some stories high, probably not. All right. Simple, easy, nice. Nice. Okay. So I'm not going to go any further on this. You guys can go check it out yourself. Ariam Kaye is leading you to the water. So I thank you for that, Ariam. Appreciate it. He said he's buying. That's his 7th property. That's crazy. That is insane. He said he's going to try and get 9. He said he's getting one. Congratulations on that. So if you're getting one, please tell us what's the 150,000. Is that the studio unit? Is it the 1-bedroom unit? What's the 150,000? There are always variables, my dear. Yes, there is variables all the time. Vanessa Cumagate, place about 300 mailboxes in there, charge $25 a month, generate 7,500K monthly. Whoa, what? Whoa, hold on now. Hold on now. Okay, she's going off. She's giving out some details. She's saying she's going to sublease a place and then do mailboxes, which that's a very lucrative business. $25 a month. That's reasonable. That's very reasonable. There you go. She's going to sublease. I love it. I love it. In fact, see, here we go again. Remember, we're talking about business opportunities. She just gave up something that anybody can do. And now here we are talking about, see, Vanessa Comingate, we're talking about Santo Domingo. We're talking about Punta Cana, Macau. And all these people start thinking about something. When you have mail coming and you're outside the country, when you have mail coming and you're on vacation for 2, 3, 4 weeks, what do? You say, hold my mail, usually, right? At the post office. But what happens if you are renting out your property and you also live somewhere and you have business? What would you do? So all your business gets its mail, you get your mail also, right? From where you live. Where your renters live, what about that mail? I'm just saying. So I'm going to give you another, I'll reverse this. I have an Airbnb or short-term rental in Punta Cana. I would normally have mail coming there for me, but am I really wanting my mail to come there? I don't. So that means I have to have it redirected somewhere, right? So are you going to have it redirected at the 300 mailboxes that are down on the Larimar City resort area commercial zone where people can come pick up their mail? Or how about somebody staying somewhere for a week? How often have you done this? I'm staying somewhere for a week. I'm coming to the CES show in Las Vegas. Is there some place that I can get packages or mail or things sent to? Well, lucky for me, we have condo hotels, right? So yes, we just give them the address, you're a guest, so they'll store it for you. But what happens if you're not a condo hotel? Now, where does people have their packages sent to? This starts bringing on business opportunities when you start thinking about what she just said. I'm just saying, another genius. Let me hear that. This is incredible. This is incredible. When she starts doing these type of things, anybody can do this, and you can do variations of it. So here you are. Is there safety? How do you get safety? I found someone renting a storefront office for $900 a month in a strip mall. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you understand, the reason why I said wow is because she lives in Southern California, in LA area. She's just saying she just found a storefront office for $900. Are you kidding me? See, this is what happens when you're out there in the grind, when you're in the hustle, or when you know people and they're giving you information. Either way, you have to be out there looking for it, ladies and gentlemen. And she came up with an idea based on somebody's renting something for $900 a month, and it's in a storefront office location, which also means it should be okay for bringing in mailboxes. Oh my goodness. What a deal. What a deal. And they're going to allow her to sublease this. I'm not subleasing, only the mailboxes. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This is where the seamless genius comes to light. She's like $900 a month. No problem. I'm getting the space. She's subleasing the mailboxes. Oh my goodness. I didn't know you could do that. Unbelievable. Going to talk to him about putting the mailboxes in my unit. Exactly. This is unbelievable. Anybody can do this. I think. I think you just need to know where to get the mailboxes from that somebody's going to let you sublease, unless she's going to have to confess if this is an insider situation, or can anybody sublease mailboxes? Wow. That is, oh my God, that's spectacular. Oh my goodness. Anybody can do this, ladies and gentlemen. I know right now you could be going, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Hold up. 300 boxes? Hold on a second. How big does the space need to be? Well, what if it doesn't have to be 300 boxes? What about only 100 boxes? How about 50 boxes? Does it make sense to sublet the boxes? So she's going to have to tell us all about that. This is ingenious, quite frankly. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is ingenious. I love it. Yes, there are mailboxes like Postal Annex, like UPS, like all these guys, but there's, that's a mail center. How I think about it, but they have mailboxes there too, just like the post office have a PO box. But I never thought about doing it because I thought I needed to actually have to buy the boxes, set it up, and now she's telling me I could have subleased mailboxes. Holy smokes! You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The office storefront is big enough to rent a couple of office desks as well. Yes, that's beautiful. I love all of this. Wow. It's a business address. I will rent the mailboxes for $25. And now they have a business address just like Opus. Yes, exactly. I got the reference. As soon as you said storefront retail, that's commercial. And so now all you have to do is give it a number just like Opus, right? V2, V3, suite, whatever. Sheesh. I love it. It's ingenious. So you're going to let the cat out the bag. Can anybody lease or sublease, however you want to pronounce this, for this mailbox company? Can anybody do it? Or is this just for you or just for LA area or just for California? Let us know, because this could help out a lot of people. Somebody right now, like when I was doing my business, if somebody would have came to me and said, hey, Eric, you got a storefront location. You're not going to do your restaurant equipment business anymore. How about you let me set up mailboxes in your showroom? I'd have been like, okay, go on. And then he would have said, I think I can put in like maybe 400 mailboxes in here. There's enough space where there's still an office. Like I can actually use this desk area right here. And I think I can give you X amount of dollars per month. I'd be like, where do we sign up? This is beautiful. It's a business address, so I will rent the mailboxes for $25. Exactly. It's beautiful. I love it. I love this. This is beautiful. Jaway J. Eric from Damatel Park, Macau Hills has their sign and the future site. And if you drive 1 minute down the road, it dead ends into Damatel Park. Google is giving wrong directions to get there currently. Okay. Well, that would explain it. Thank you so much for letting me know. So it was 12 minutes to Macau from that location. That's interesting. I like it. Yes, that's Project Eric. Thank you so much. Ariam Kaye, let us know about that $150,000. Is that a studio? Or is that because they have $1.5 million penthouses? So I'm assuming that's probably a studio unit, right? Or is it a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom? Let me know. That is the link, ladies and gentlemen, that you can check out in the chat room on live replay. I cannot guarantee it. All right, we got to go for a little break, right? Check this out. This for everybody at Vista Cana. Here's what the beach club is looking like. Oh my. And I want you to notice something when I show this. Next to the beach club, I don't know if people realize that there was supposed to be something called Commercial Island, which was before they actually had the Vista Cana Beach Club. There was an island in the middle of their freshwater lake. It's still there. I wonder if they're actually going to make that the Commercial Island with some restaurant, bars, and things on that island and a shop or something. That would be awesome. But anyhow, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Isn't that looking awesome? Unbelievable beauty. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out there at Vista Cana. Buy one. This is a great investment. I don't know. I haven't really checked Santo Domingo for investment purposes. Penthouses are going for 1.5. Okay, I understand. But what's the 150 you were saying? Is that the studio unit? Auntie Val, Vanessa, are there specific qualifications to receive and hold U.S. mail? Oh, yeah, you got to receive it too. I'm just creating a mini Opus office. So actually, yeah, that does bring up that one thing. I forgot about that. That would be different people's name and different businesses that you established. The United States has to recognize, the United States Post Office has to deliver. So if the address is the same, will they deliver everything to that address? Then somebody has to sort it. I think that's what's going to have to happen, right? Okay, Auntie Val, they have to sign a form with the post office to allow the mail to come to my address. There we go. I knew it had to be something simple. It's not that hard. This is excellent. Exactly, it's excellent. It's beautiful. It's outstanding. Outstanding idea. A3 Saval, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And once again, I'm wearing glasses in case you came late because I had some dilation and it's kind of bright and I'm having a hard time. I can see kind of what people are writing. That's what I'm doing, but sometimes I had to raise up. Hi, Eric. I'm looking to sell a pre-construction in Santo Domingo. If anyone is interested, going to be one of the top projects in the city, A3 Saval. You didn't mention the name. What are we referring to as the top project in the city besides this other one? Uptown District looks to be one of the top dogs as well. Auntie Val, I don't touch the mail. The mailman delivers it to their personal mailbox. What? Oh, wait. What the heck are you? So you're going to have it where the mailman can come in to the premises and then like, I don't know, in California, I've lived at places where the mailbox is all in one case and it's down the street. And then you go and use your key and open up your box and the mailman puts everything in your box. Is that what you're saying? Because that's even better. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh my goodness. It gets better and better. Somebody better start recording this part where she came in like 30 to 45 minutes ago. A3 Saval, I will email you over the info this week. All right. Okay. Well, how much are you selling it for? You have a room full of people. How much are you selling your unit for and which complex? And oh, by the way, if it's pre-construction, is your developer allowing you to pre-sell it? Because there's only one place that I know that does that, and that was Cruise on Land. That would be the second place. So that would be kind of cool. Vanessa Comagate, no, you do have to buy the mailboxes. I need to buy 300 of them. They sell them. Okay, so what's the subleasing part? Did I misunderstand the subleasing? It's not a company, boss. You just rent a space and set it up, sir. Okay. So then you don't have to well, you threw me off with the subleasing. What do you mean? It's not a company, boss. You just rent a space and set it up. Okay. I got you. So are you going to give us some figures, some numbers? How much does it cost to get these 300 mailboxes then? That's going to be the next question. Vanessa, Auntie Val, but of course, and they can also rent a desk space as well. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. That would be beautiful, right? Why not? The space is there. But of course, okay, this is changing over a little bit. Too small. Let me get this off the screen. Perfect. Exactly. It's perfect. Perfect setup. I love it. Not much interaction needed. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. These virtual offices charge anywhere from 100 to 500. I will only charge 25 for mail. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Especially in LA, in a high density populated area. I can't be mad at you. And it is kind of like a virtual office. It is a virtual office. We'll have to find out. Oh, there's no subleasing. Okay, Auntie Val, will it be 24-hour access for your customers or specific hours? Good questions. Very good questions. I'll let her answer. I have my thoughts. There is no subleasing. Okay. So I misunderstood when you said sublet. So I didn't understand when you were using sublet. Unless you're talking about the sublet is that somebody's letting you rent from them at $900 a month. Auntie Val, no, it will be business hours like a real business, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Beautiful. I like the 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Gotcha. I love it. I love it. This gives somebody, and actually this could give somebody a, so if you're going to go as far as having a virtual office out, but what if the person wants to rent and they're not from LA, but they need an LA address? Are you going to be in that business where that means you have to collect and mail it? Is that the business you're going to be in as well? Which I think I might know the answer. I think it may be a yes, but let me know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. She gave you a playbook. Now all you have to do is try to figure out how to put the pieces all together. She gave you the puzzle. She gave everybody here a puzzle. This is how you start an empire. Passive income coming in with a little bit of work or no work. Because quite frankly, I don't think she needs to show up if she's collecting. Let's just say 300 boxes were full and she's collecting $7,500 per month. She owes 900, so she's down to 65. Let's call it lights, camera, action, whatever, and it costs you another 500 bucks. Let's just say she has $5,500 clear. Are you going to A, keep all the money, or B, hire somebody, or C, you don't need to hire anybody and everything can run by itself like a post office? People come through the door, go to their box, open it up, leave. Don't need to see anybody at the counter desk. Right? I love it. Okay, exactly. I'm leasing the building. Okay. Leasing the space. Okay, now I got you. I was thinking you were subleasing the boxes. So the question is, how much do the boxes cost? That's what comes into play next. So that's where up front now, that's the $1 million question, right? This is where the stop comes. So we love the idea. We love the $900 a month. Let's round it up to $1,000. We love the $1,000 per month. There's no barrier to entry, but now I need the boxes. And since I'm not subleasing them, I have to get the boxes. How much are the boxes going to cost? 300 boxes. That's the $1 million question. Let's hear it. Absolutely. This is to allow people to have a Cali business address. Exactly. Okay. She's doing the damn thing. I love what I'm hearing so far. Now we just got to know how much the boxes cost. And are they going to be keyed, which I'm assuming they are, where a person can come in like their post office box and get them? Or are you going to have somebody actually there? That's the $1 million questions to run the spot. Let's know. Let us know. All right. We're going to keep going, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because it's time for a little break. That means we're going to have a little SSN lifestyle. If you're into real estate investing and want to come to Punta Cana to get into the Real Estate Investors and Business Forum, it's November 6th through the 8th. Tickets are on sale now. $199. They include speakers. They include realtors. They include brokers. They include, we're even going to be driving out to some of the projects. So you won't need a vehicle to do that, but you'll need to be at a meeting place. But we'll be driving out. That's why there's going to be some costs. Of course, we're going to be talking and then having people there. Larimar has its own location now. So we'll be going there. We'll be probably going over to Cruise on Land. Sadly, Hetzel has told me she won't be around November 6th through the 8th. So hopefully we'll have somebody else. I'm sure we will out there at Cruise on Land. We'll be going there. We'll probably be going up to Macau area so people get the lay of the land. We'll drive up to Hard Rock because that's one of the icons of Punta Cana. So people will get an idea for when we're driving how far it is. Again, when there's people in the vehicle, you won't even notice how far it is. You would have to actually be paying attention. But I'm just saying, you can do all these. We'll have a little lunch. We'll have some eats. We'll have some conversation. Johan Confidante, he's going to be there. Nestor, Mr. Estacio, Gennaro, Gwen, Rep from Larimar. We're going to be in the house as well. Primavera. We're going to have Jeremiah, the developer builder, in the house. You guys want to get to know this man, because especially if he's going to build at $100 to $120 per square meter, you won't get this bargain anywhere. That would make something extravagantly awesome if somebody told you, hey, there's going to be villas at Larimar and you're allowed to build your own. And some guy says, hey, you know what? I'll build you a 3,000 square foot place for $325,000, $330,000 inside Larimar. I'd be like, wait, it's on the golf course. Yes, you're going to build that 3,000 square foot on the golf course for me for $350. I'm just saying, guessing, but that's what it would cost at Primavera. So I don't know what the differences would be, but all I'm saying is if he's going to do anything in that ballpark, and if you use one of his floor plans, which quite frankly, I have one in mind. So I'm just saying you could have opportunity knocks on the golf course with a golf club membership. You would be paying $300 a month at Larimar, but you have a golf club membership. You, your friends, your family, and everybody, you can go to play golf. And an 18-hole golf course, which it better be off the charts. That's all I can say. I'm just saying, I'm threatening. It better be off the charts. So anyhow, I lost track on what I was going to show. Oh, I know what I was going to do. SSN Lifestyle, real estate investor and business forum, November 6th through the 8th. That's not what I want to do. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having a problem with sightseeing. I want to put in, here's where you sign up. You go to SSN Lifestyle, that's where you sign up. Members of SSN Lifestyle pay a little less. All right. If you're a Founders Club member, you pay nothing. So you just register. You're all Founders Club at SSN Lifestyle. You get in all events for free. So that's where it is, November 6th through the 8th. See us. That does not mean you can't come November 5th or November 4th or stay over till November 9th or 10th. But I'm just letting you know, November 6th through the 8th, it's on. We're going to have meetings in the day where we're going to have speakers both days. We're going to go check out some of the projects. Even something new probably is going to come out in the next month and a half. While we're there, I'm pretty sure something's going to come up that's going to be new, right? Some new projects, some new areas that we can check out. Go drive around downtown to get you the lay of the land so you can see how things are going. That's part of it. We're going to have some lunch. Going to go up to the ridge at Larimar. The pavilion is built. We'll have our little presentation up there with the Larimar crew. So we're going to have some things going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be pretty cool. And they'll get you right because we're going to have two lawyers. Johan's going to be one. Gennaro's wife is another. She's going to be there also. So you can talk to two different lawyers that'll be there. We're going to be talking to a developer, which is Jeremiah. He's a builder. We'll probably have maybe another builder as well so people can deal with people, get to know people. So again, this is going to be connections. So you don't want to miss this. And in fact, I might even have some people from some excursions. Why excursions? Because you want to know the guys that are owners of the excursion business, transportation businesses. Why? Because now you can start setting up your in-house. So let's say you're not in the rental pool, but let's now say you're renting it on your own through Airbnb or whoever, VRBO, it doesn't matter, Vacata, whoever. You now start thinking outside the box, because if your property doesn't have transportation services to and from your condo, villa, townhome, then you have to start thinking outside the box. You start going, you know what? maybe if I charge these guys $150, $175 per night, and then I just give, $30 or whatever deal I can make up with the transportation guy to say, hey, this transportation company is going to pick you up. They're going to drop you off and come get you on the return that's already settled for you when you buy from me. That gives you a little bit extra edge. So you start thinking, oh, now if you start getting in good with excursion package guys, next thing you know, now you can sit it on your desk when people come into your place. This is for everybody who rents outside of a rental pool. So when they come in, you have, hey, here's the excursions in the area. Call these guys. And then, of course, you have an affiliate or kickback deal, whatever the deal is, but you have revenue streams coming in with things that people are going to do anyhow and pay this amount of money anyhow. So this just gives you another way that you can actually get some money coming in. All right. Enough thoughts for you for that. There's going to be reasons you want to be there November 6th through the 8th, the networking amongst us as well. I don't expect a lot of people to be there because it's in a month and about 10 days, almost 2 weeks. But nonetheless, November 6th through the 8th, that's when we're holding it. But hey, you should come earlier. All right. Just saying. And there's the link in the chat room. I think I put it in there. Yes. That's where you go sign up. $199. That's it. You get in. You get to hang with us. Ariam Kaye, maybe even there. Maybe. Big dogs. All right. Now, let me go see here where we're at. I was going to go to a little break. Let me do that real quick. Let me go. What happened? It's kind of mom and pop, but I always want to be ready for growth. Exactly. That's how you have to be. You have to be. I got to go. We're going to do a little break here real quick, but I can't figure out what just happened. I can't figure. Oh, okay. That's where I messed up. Okay. There we go. All right. We all can start with mom and pops. You just gave a playbook for somebody, but we got to figure out how much these mailboxes cost to see if there's any barriers to entry. All right. Let me do, okay. I've talked, I don't really want to play that. I'm going to do something different. Here we go. Promo. Oh, okay. Let's go. Can't see that well. I want to go play a video that I haven't played that often. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you just joined us, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell, and join us on Wednesday at 8:50 p.m. for the Wednesday night live stream where members with the icon are the only ones that can be in the chat room. So if you have any questions, you should ask them now, because on Wednesday night, if you're not a member, you can't ask questions in the chat room, but you can watch. All right, there you go. We're about to end this shortly, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually ran a little bit over time. We will have other services like setting up LLCs, etc. Oh, yes. Oh, my. I love it. In-house. I love the way you think. Exactly. I told you. She comes up with these twists. We know her. I love it. Just keep piling it up, adding on additional streams of revenue. I love it. Kudos, Auntie Val. Thank you, sis. Exactly. All right. A3 Saval, Eric, how you feel about the article about Airbnb in the DR? I'm not mad. Okay, I'm not. Look, I've been operating under this same pseudo situation since I've been doing Airbnbs because I've told you condo, hotel, timeshare. They're already zoned for commercial. I'm all for it. So when somebody says, I want to regulate a random in the middle of a residential neighborhood, I have no affinity to feel one way or another about it. I'm just like, sooner or later, we know that's going to happen. That's why there's zoning laws. So I have no problem with that. That's why when you are buying your project, you should be saying the key phrase, can I do short-term rentals? Is it in the HOAs? Is this approved? Is it in the paperwork? Something that says I can do. Are you guys having a rental pool? Can I rent myself? These are questions that need to be up front. So the mega projects, they all said, yes, we're gonna allow you to do. You can be in the rental pool or you can rent from us, but we're in our own complex with an HOA and we're saying we're going to do this. They're already zoned commercial, residential, commercial. Beautiful if you can get it. This is also why ultimately I believe, just like the minister said, the hotelier Ranieri, he's in the hotel business, so he wants to eliminate Airbnb. Let's just call it what it is. So he's just using that as an example, which is what they use as an example in Dallas, same example in New York, same example in Las Vegas, same example in Petaluma, California, same examples all over the world. All right. No difference. Same example in Paris, France. So once again, I say a random villa in a neighborhood. Yes, you can do Airbnb right now in the DR. Will that be the future? We don't know. But I damn sure know when I'm where hotels are and we're already zoned up and approved for short-term rentals, like they've done in Brickell, downtown Miami, where they got approval too, then we don't have nothing to worry about. But for everybody that's in a random location that said, I got a townhome, a villa, a condo, and it's not in a complex or anything, is it designed? And if they wake up one day and say, okay, everybody, if you're in a residential neighborhood, you can't do it. If you're in a mixed use and approved from the get-go for it, you're good. Just like what happened in Dallas, Fort Worth, where they said, okay, residential area, you're banned. But if you're close to a commercial area, we'll let you continue your Airbnb operation, even though you could be in a residential area, but if it's close to commercial area. So I think it's going to be something along those type of lines. So that's why when you're inside Vista Cana, short-term rentals allowed. When you're inside Atlantida, allowed. Primavera, allowed. So again, I don't know if it's going to be allowed if I'm at Las Brisas, right? And they break down the hammer. No residential neighborhoods. I don't know what's going to happen. You have a university, you have amphitheater, you have water parks, like Cruise on Land has that. So all this comes into play. That is commercial zoned. Pseudo mixed use is what I'll call it. So they're going to have approval for short term. They have hotels here too, mixed use. So it's not a stretch. But what isn't mixed use is a hotel in a residential neighborhood. You're not going to be able to convince anybody that it's mixed use because you're not going to allow a hotel in the middle of a residential neighborhood. So there you have it. So that's how I feel about it. And that's how I've always felt about it. So over the years, it's never really changed. I told people 5 years ago when Whistler canceled everybody that owned a condo and stuff like that, that was already known. And then I said, it's just going to keep happening. It's not, everything's zoned for a reason. So this is no shocker to me. And if they do it, I'm still not like, I'm not going to be upset. But the person that's renting out in Verone that he used an example of, a 3-bedroom that can sleep up to 12 people, okay, they're going to have a problem. But all of us in those primary areas that allow Airbnbs, so be it. It's in your own community. HOA is not going to stop you. Let's just put it that way. So we love it. All right. So again, this is why, again, Just in case the hammer ever comes down. This is also why we talked about amenities, amenities, amenities. Make sure that you can do Airbnb when you buy. Those are tenants that you need to go by. And as long as they have condo hotels on the premises, that is a good thing. That's even better, quite frankly. And yes, even Vistacana said we're going to have condo hotels. Downtown, condo hotels. I'm just saying. So that sets you up for, again, random person in the middle of a residential neighborhood treating his house like an Airbnb. Down the line, he might have a problem. Powerful people get things done. So just keep all that in mind. Okay. We're going to wrap this up a little bit early, but please smash the like button. And again, if you came late, I'm wearing glasses because I had dilation today and everything's kind of bright and a little off, but the show must go on. Even though I didn't get around to the economic life vest and investments that are mandatory, well, Vanessa Comegate gave us an investment option that I believe almost anybody can do. When she tells me how much the 300 boxes would potentially cost, or how much boxes cost, period, or how many, if 20 boxes cost X amount or 25, let us know. Because I don't know how much boxes cost. I've never been in that business, but I love it. This is beautiful. And by the way, they're charging an arm and a leg. I have a box, and people are charging. What's my box now? It went from $100 annually, which was only $10. Now they want over 200. So boxes are escalating. I've always had a box. Let's just put I've had my same box. My address on my ID is actually not where I live, ever. I've had the box for freaking 30 years because maybe it hasn't been 30. We'll just say, well, yeah, it's been nearly 30 years. Because I've always been around. So I've never really had mail come to where I live. So that way somebody would always collect it. And they've been doing one hell of a job for me for damn near 30 years. And that way your life is a lot simpler when your address just goes there. And then if I showed France, if I'm in France for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I don't worry. I don't have to have it saved at the post office either. Because look, this happened to me back in the day. I saved my mail, had to stop mail. I was gone for, I don't even know. It was like a month and a half. I come back, I go up to the post office and I say, hey, I had my mail held. They go, oh, I'm sorry, sir. You could have only had it held for, I think it was like a month. So then we sent everything back. I was like, what? I thought it was like whole mail. And I mean, what do you mean? So when I had that happen, that's when I said, okay, this will never happen again. It's worth me paying $75 or $100 a year because I can go anywhere, anytime. And since I have that luxury, I don't have to ever worry about mail. And to this day, I never have to worry about mail because of that. Yes, I've paid now, like I said, it's freaking $200 annually, which is still cheap. But the fact of the matter is, I've had it for so long, it's ridiculous. Another story. Let's see here. I don't know. Let's see. Eric, how you feel about the article? Okay. Let's see. That means I missed it. Boss, I shared the cost earlier in the chat. I guess you didn't see it. I'll have to. No, I probably, when I change screens, $2,200 for a set of 60 boxes. Okay. So is that 30? What is that? $35 a box? And then you're going to charge, get 250 ongoing basis. I love the ROI. I love the ROI. Beautiful. Okay. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. 11,000. But the cool thing is Granger sells them. Someone can use their biz credit, net 30, baby. We build LLCs. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? She's giving you the playbook. So this is very interesting. Granger. And she's saying, Mel, she's giving you the whole rundown. And some people would say, oh, why would she give the rundown? Well, she just gave you, there's a cost to entry, first of all. So some people would say, well, why tell everybody? Because everybody can go do it. No, everybody's not going to go do it. We can sit here and give you 100 different business opportunities. We could have 10,000 people watching. 99.9 will not do anything. That's the numbers. All right. So we can tell you all day long. Out of 10,000 people, we'll have 100 people that would attempt to even start doing it. All right. So I'm just letting you know, it's not what you think. That's why you can always tell people. Let's see here. I'm perusing. I'm looked at Grainger. We have Global. What is it? Global used to be called Global Industries. So Global Industries is another. Let me see if I have Grainger, though. Grainger mailboxes, USPS mail. Oh, whoa, hold on a second here. They actually have the ones on the corner, the Cali corner mailbox type. I love it. I love it. Wow, she's going big time. If this is what I think it is, I'm going to show on the screen once it comes up. Don't worry, we'll get there. See, ladies and gentlemen, you just never know what we're going to get into. I appreciate this, Seamless Genius, Vanessa Comagate. Once again, let's see if this mailbox has come up. Come on now. It's not coming up. Here we go. Here we go. This is what she's somewhat of what she's referring to. I can barely see these. Okay, let's see. She said 60. Here's 60. No, that's not 60. I just see the codes. No, 1260. I don't know which one. I don't know how to tell. Let's see here. So here we go. This is looking interesting. This is looking 18 doors. So I'm here. We got it. Here we go. It's starting at 24 doors. 24 doors. Okay, 25. Oh, this starts escalating. Okay, mailbox. Now, the question is, are you just doing mailbox one size? Or are we doing, here we go. Wow. Wow. Okay. I can barely see these things. So I'm not going to be able to look deep down into this. So Grainger has some, and so does Global Industrial. There's a bunch of people. That's a good thing. So now, what does somebody do like me? I'm sitting there going, hold on a second. Hold up a minute. Hold on. She gave us a great idea. So now what I'm looking for, yes, out of business. I'm looking for out of business auction houses or out of business mailbox location. Yes, they can go out of business. Why? Sadly, I'm going to give you an example. The place I've had for, like I said, nearly 30 years. The owner of the place, he owned it for about maybe 20 some years. He decides to go get a motorcycle. And sadly, tragedy strikes. He goes out on his bike ride with his wife, girlfriend, I don't know which one, who it was, relations to him, because I don't know if he was even married, quite frankly. So it's either a significant other. So he goes on a bike ride. First time out, he gets in an accident, and unfortunately, unbelievably, she passes away. He's injured for like a month to 2 months in the hospital because I kept calling up like, where's he at? And they just kept saying, oh, he's on vacation. Then I come back like 2 months and I see like he's like swollen. And I'm like, hey, what happened? Are you all right? And he starts telling me this accident story. And I was like, wait, you got a motorcycle? Because he never had a motorcycle. And I was like, oh my God, this is devastating. So you can understand somebody's broken inside if somebody passes away at your hand, so to speak. You get in an accident, you feel, you bear responsibility, you feel. And he had to sell it. He just couldn't take it. He couldn't show up. He couldn't do anything. So even though he had other people working for him, it still wasn't the same thing. He just couldn't deal. So then he sold it to another person and still kind of owned a piece of it, which was sweet. And then that person just recently sold it like a year and a half ago. And then they promptly doubled the rent. I was like, what the frick? All right. But sad story, yes. But just giving you an idea, you never know what's going to happen. All right. Everything is not for everybody. You're right about that. Location is key as well. I'm not a hater. Exactly. Hey, but you gave people an idea. So then the idea itself allows somebody to use their expertise or their thought process and say, you know what? I think I can do that, but I'll do it a little bit differently. But that's the beauty of this, because there's more than one way of doing something. And like you said, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but here's an opportunity for somebody might be sitting here going, I'm in, I'm going to go try this. Because again, I was about to get into what I'm going to try. I mean, if I was going to do it. So now let's just say I always go for the least resistance, the path of least money outlay. So if I have to spend $2,500 to get 60 boxes, I'm figuring out how can I get boxes without spending that. So I'm starting to look at online. There might be somebody that is selling their postal office business, somebody who lost their postal office business, so that's going up to auction. Or what else are we going to do? I'm just going to look up eBay, Craigslist, Google, see if I can find some boxes. Because not every business stays in business. Some people did some things a little differently, like an old UPS store. They might say, I'm tired of being a UPS store because they changed their rules on us. They now have boxes for sale. I'm just saying, you just never know. So I'm looking around first. If I can't find them, we have to do it the old-fashioned way. Well, let's do it the old-fashioned way. But the least amount it costs you to get into a business is the least amount that your capital expenditure has begun. So that's the least that you can lose. So that's my policy. Always go from bottom to top first, and then see if that works. But we'll see. But I love it. I love what she's given everybody, another opportunity to see if they can come up with a twist on it, right? It's like a foundation. She gave a foundation. She gave information that she did not have to. So keep that in mind. So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. I love the idea. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm getting mine from another company, but I saw that Grainger sells them as well. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can look around, and there's going to be other companies that sell mailboxes. And like I said, I'm going with the person that actually had to. Hey, somebody got old, or just like my friend who had the postal annex. I'm sitting there thinking he got in an accident. He was going to ride off. He was never going to get rid of this place. Because I talked to him about this when he first started. I said, okay, so are you ever going to get rid of this place? And he said straight up, never. But like I said, never sometimes doesn't mean never due to unforeseen circumstances. So the more you buy, you get a break. Exactly. I figured that was going to be a thing as well. I love the idea. I love it. I really love it. I checked some mailbox bids for sale in Cali, selling for $100K. Plus, it's cheaper to do it myself. Well, if you're going to buy I was going to say I would not suggest buying the business. I'm looking for one that went out of business. That's what I'm looking for. Or actually, I'm not even looking for one out of business. I'm looking for one that says I have 50 mailboxes that I need to get rid of because I'm going to go put in something else, bigger boxes or something. I'm looking for somebody. In fact, you know what? Why don't I just do something? I'm going to do something. This is going to be an interesting experiment. I'm going to Craigslist of all places. I'm going to Craigslist. I'm going to put in post. What should I put in? I don't even know what to call them though. I don't even know. Mailbox. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mailboxes for sale? Hold on a second. Might have gotten lucky. Oh, they're selling the old-fashioned ones that sit out by the road. Wait. Cluster mailbox, new. Here we go. On Craigslist, of all places. Let me see what this is. Oh, no, it's 1,500. Oh, this is an actual. Oh, this is the one that is like a residential neighborhood. Interesting. Florence Corporation. He ordered an extra mailbox by mistake, but he's charging big time. Oh, 1,500. He's charging 1,500, and well, I don't know if everybody knows what this is. What it used to look like at the house. I'm going to show this. This is funny. This is the real mailbox that USPS uses, straight up. This was in my neighborhoods in Cali. Just so everybody can see it. This is it. This is exactly what it looks like. And notice they have number 13. My last mailbox at our residential was 11. But like I said, my mail didn't come there anyhow, so I didn't care. But nonetheless, that's a great idea. Look for used boxes. Awesome idea. Exactly. This one's 1,500, but this is straight up mailbox. This is only, and it has the large box drop and this, and they give a key. So in case people don't I'm pretty sure people may have this, although in the Southeast, people usually don't have these. You have a box, they put the key inside of your box. So when you open your box, there's a key and it'll tell you 2P or 1P. And then you open it up depending on the size. And that's only 16 boxes. And he wants 1,500. That's $100 a box. I think we can do better, according to Vanessa Comegate, when she said she found 60 boxes for that. So that's very interesting. So here's what I did. I just Googled it to see if anybody's selling these boxes. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to go a different spot. Why don't we go to U.S. cities? Let's go southeast, where there's millions of people. Let's go see if we have mailboxes. Oops. Mailboxes. 31 for sale. Let's see. We had cars before. That was weird. Do we have regular? Ooh, what's this? Mobile home. No. Nothing. Nothing in the up and coming city. Is that 31? Nothing there. But anyhow, you guys get the idea. I'm looking for auctions. I'm looking for these mailboxes. It's one hell of an idea. And you do realize, Vanessa Comegate, that you came up with the brilliant idea to be on the boardwalk at Larimar, right? You gave it. This is a great idea for all the owners. I mean, oh my God. Closed post office may also be a source. Government. Professor Auntie Val, very good suggestion there as well. This is why we have the group, ladies and gentlemen. Smart minds. Good grief. Exactly. Very good. And there's plenty of closed post offices. Very good. Very good. Wow. Okay. Thanks, Auntie Val. I love my SSN fam. Exactly. That is a game changer because there are USPS offices that have closed down, and one wonders, what did they do with those post PO boxes? Man, that's great for large packages. Yes. Yes, exactly. Man, I'm Googling now as well. They have a lot of used boxes. Thanks, boss. You got it, Vanessa Comegate, because I started at the zero first. I love it. I'm glad you're looking it up because I just went Craigslist, but I'm pretty sure all over internet there's going to be used boxes because there's a lot of businesses that are not successful and there's a lot of businesses that are successful, but due to family situations, they have to get rid of their business. Like I said, the guy got in an accident. If he didn't have somebody to sell it, what would he have done? or buy it, shall I say. If she didn't have somebody to buy it, what would he have done? So this has come up where some family member that owns the mailbox business passes away, but new family members are like, I don't want to have nothing to do with this. And then they don't have a way to sell it outright, really. They're sitting there going through probate, let's say, right? And they're sitting there like, well, we can't move this. This is a asset. This is part of the estate. So now it's sitting there and nobody's running it because no other family member was involved. And this happened. You know what's funny? In Fort Pierce, Florida, there's a postal center that went out of business. But that was like 3-4 years back, maybe longer, 5 years back. Pretty sure it was on Highway 1, A1. So I'm pretty sure somebody took it, but if they didn't, those boxes would still be sitting in there. I don't remember. It was a postal center as well, but those boxes would still be sitting in that place. And somebody, I'm pretty sure, would say, yes, you can come get these for X amount of cheap dollars. So I'm pretty sure things happen all the time. And out of 50 states, I'd be willing to bet you she's going to be able to find tons of these things. It just depends on if it's worth it to transport or get them. That's the only question. But in California, between California, Nevada, and Arizona, you might find something in those states nearby. I would doubt. I would not doubt. All right. Close post office, pounce. Yep. Okay. I'm going to have to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, because my eyesight's, wow, okay, thanks. It's not getting better. I have to put it on the screen to really see it. That's great for large packages. Yes. All right. We're going to wrap this up after that sterling, another seamless genius edition that gives everybody an opportunity to do this. I'm Googling now as well. They have a lot of used boxes. All right. Let's wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, ask them now. If you ever want to reach me, you can always do support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And once again, please join us for the November 6th through the 8th. Let me see here. I have it. Let me do it this way. We have picture, don't we? I think this is it. If I'm not mistaken, I can barely see it. But here it is. Here's a little flyer that you can see here. I put the link down. Speakers, realtors, lawyers, property tours, real estate investors and business forum, November 6th through the 8th, 2023. You can start getting yourself prepared now. Get your plane ticket set. Get your ticket at ssnlifestyle.com. I put the link in the chat room. I'll do it again before I end this. So once again, you can go get it. Get in now. All right, here it is. Once again, we're going to wrap this up. All right, there we go. And I want to thank everybody once again for being here. You guys know I love you very much. I appreciate the information that you give here on our live streams. I greatly appreciate that. And you just never know what's going to happen. This Money Making Monday has even went better than I could ever expect, because this gives a person a chance to think about how they can do business. Because things sometimes morphs into another idea. So you may be going, oh, I was thinking about something and actually I could do it with this. That's often a lot of times how, again, I get things done myself. Like I said, my car business that I started, I was turning the key in there after a guy told me to take over payments on his car. And that sparked a whole nother, wait, I'm putting my key in after I told him no. And I put my key in my door. And the next thing you know, a light bulb goes, wait a minute, what if other people needs this type of help? That solves a problem. Holy smokes, let me test this out. So I put an ad in Auto Trader. And both ads, my phone started ringing off the hook. And business was born. Crazy, right? Crazy, just off of that. Crazy. So, of course, it took a little research, but nonetheless, just off of a guy asking me a question, if I'll take over payments on his car, I created a business from that. And it cost me, just like the Seamless Genius, I put an ad in the paper to get cars. I put an ad in the paper for somebody to take over payments. I did not own the car. nor did I have to buy the car. My money was in the transaction between the two individuals. So when a person had to come in and pay $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 down payment, that was going in the coffers of business. We didn't have to pay the owners. We didn't have to pay the other person. It was all the money coming in-house. That upset a lot of people, including Ford, GM, Chrysler, because they weren't able to repossess cars anymore. Yeah, that was beautiful. But nonetheless, all right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much. Please subscribe, please like, and click the bell so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. We've discussed many different ways that you can start your own business, start getting your economy life vest on. Investments are mandatory. Thanks to Vanessa Comagate, the Seamless Genius. She's given us another opportunity that you can use around the world. Think about this. Around the world, you can do this. There's no barrier, no credit check, no qualifying. Simple. She laid it out for you. Even if you didn't know anything about it, the question she answered was, how does somebody actually get this mailbox? They have to sign a form. I remember when I initially did that, she's correct. I had to sign a form for USPS. Exactly. She's exactly right. And every time I've ever had to get any type of Opus virtual office or anything, it's always been like that. So once again, she came up with a brilliant, brilliant play on some way to do the business without having to pay the full freight. You can start small and expand. You can get income coming in. So if she started with 60 boxes and she got her first 10, all right, that's $250. She needs $900 to break even. But let's just say, keep it simple. Let's say she got 30 boxes in a relatively short time. It could be 30 days, right? So now all of a sudden you're like, okay, I get it now, right? Now all of a sudden things start clicking. Then if you get 50 boxes, right? So now all of a sudden we have a positive cash flow potentially. And then if we start throwing in office space, or you can use this space. So now you got some hourly fees coming in for that. Now all of a sudden you're starting to build an empire. And then when you get to where you need to be, wherever your threshold is, if it's 50, then you say, well, if we get to 50, we got to get another box in here. So you can use your profits from what you created to buy the next boxes. So now you're making your money work for you. It's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I got to give her credit once again. She comes up with this ingenious ideas that anybody can do. And that's what I love here. That's what the Stop Struggling Now stands for. You can do this. All right. With all that said, ladies and gentlemen, just make sure you stay safe out here. And also keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.